So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. 2nd and 20. And he's able to get up here to the 26. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up.
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Hassan Reddick with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Prescott on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Now Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Right side to Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he gets it down to the 32. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Cowboys at 9-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. But now he appears to be in some pain. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They go back to Pollard on second down. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch. And playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jamison Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Herbert. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. The Commanders going to bring out the field goal unit from the left hash. A chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ball start.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Prescott. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That is caught by Lamb. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. The kick by Maher is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock. and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This fielded right at the goal line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. And we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That'll give them 8 that time, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Going right back to Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regulars. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
on first down, it's Herbert. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Out of his hands quick to Jackson. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he fires one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Prescott to throw it. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one lines up going for 36. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run for Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. 23 yards on the play. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Herbert. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Here's Dak. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dak. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not. They have gone final now in Cincinnati, and it's the Bengals who wound up winning that one. DeAndre Hopkins up over 100 yards receiving now in the afternoon. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Herbert to throw. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. A beautiful fake. And yet again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now it's Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And some space here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to...
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard... Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So it's the Commanders who come away with a win, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for Washington, they'll wrap up on a high note, but will still finish 3 games below